American Heroes Outdoors is brought to you by Warrior Boats, Gate City Bank, Marcus Theaters, Woodland Resort, Smoky Hills Outdoor Store, and Concordia College Moorhead. American Heroes Outdoors is an organization dedicated to getting our American heroes into the outdoors. Through the hard work of our volunteers and the donations of our sponsors, we are able to accomplish our dream of thanking our military veterans, emergency responders, and law enforcement personnel through the therapeutic attributes of outdoor recreation. This program is their story, a story of sacrifice and commitment so that we may prosper in the greatest democracy the world has ever seen.
Welcome to American Heroes Outdoors. I'm David Morse. Wounded Warriors Guide Service is a 501c3 nonprofit organization whose main goal is to immerse veterans into the outdoors in order to help the healing process.
From World War II through the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, many of our returning American heroes face an uphill battle with combat-related injuries and mental illness. Wounded Warriors Guide Service was founded by a group of veterans to help fellow vets forge a stable path through the common pitfalls associated to service-connected injuries and help the healing process and make lifelong friends by spending time together in the field.
Rooster! Nice!
This year's second annual Wounded Warrior Guide Service Ice Fishing Tournament was held at Woodland Resort on North Dakota's Devil's Lake. This event is open to the public and serves as a fundraiser to help get our nation's veterans together for some time, some healing, and a little adventure in the great outdoors. Wounded Warriors Guide Service began in 2009 in Bemidji, Minnesota, and is a true 501c3 nonprofit organization run by a dedicated group of volunteers, allowing 100% of the money raised at these events to go back to the veterans. Sponsor contributions and generous donations have helped Wounded Warriors Guide Service in their quest to provide a successful and positive outdoor experience by these great men and women who have already sacrificed so much for our country. Want to find out more about American Heroes Outdoors? Do you like to play trivia? Find us on Facebook and like American Heroes Outdoors to answer our weekly trivia question for your chance to win gift cards or great American Heroes outdoor gear. This week's trivia question. The U.S. Air Force was once a component of the U.S. Army. What was it called before the division in 1947? Go to American Heroes Outdoors Facebook page with your answer for a chance to win this week's prize.
Yeah, we're about ready to take naps.
I got one plan here.
Touch it.
Page 131 now of the fishing manual.
When did you join the Guard then?
I joined when I was 17. I guess it would have been 2007.
What made you want to join the Guard?
Benefits were part of it, and then just serving my country. I guess I always wanted to, and so I joined. I'm Ian Placek. I'm in the Army National Guard from Bismarck, North Dakota. My unit was out of Williston, the 818th Engineer Company. It was on we got our orders April 27th of 2012 was when we were leaving, and it's my birthday actually, and not the best birthday present, but we deployed to Afghanistan for a route clearance mission. Pretty excited for it, I guess. I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie. Got there and everything went pretty well. We had some fast-paced times and some slow times, but come December 2012, we had a mission that was dropped on us kind of out of the blue, not something that was really planned, and just a simple mission, and we took off that morning, and we knew it was going to be a long day, and we had one of our main route clearance vehicles that finds the IEDs down at the time, so it was just myself leading the way, and we could only clear, instead of a 20-foot path, it was a 10-foot path, so it kind of had to be a little more careful. And after getting to our turnaround point, we swapped out and I went into a different vehicle. It was the lead RG vehicle, and heading back, we had such a long route that we couldn't clear everything, and so we had to, pick up the pace going through certain areas where there wasn't as many known threats. And on the way back, everything was going as planned, a normal mission, and everybody's getting pretty tired. It's been a long day and covered a lot of ground that day, and we weren't clearing deliberately, I guess is what we'd call it, going at a slow pace with the Husky, the vehicle that finds the IEDs up front. We were moving at a fast pace and came up to an area where it was kind of a questionable area to clear, but we were rolling through it, and my vehicle, the lead RG, took a strike. I guess my first thought initially, I didn't get knocked out. I knew it was big. I'd been blown up before, and it was nothing like that, and everything went black, and then everything was engulfed in flames after that. I spent, I guess it was 3 to 5 minutes looking for the other guys in the vehicle, and I didn't know which way, how the vehicle was sitting, which way we were oriented, and it's kind of, I was lost, and a lot of fire and smoke, and after I couldn't find the guys, I realized I had to find a way out, and during all this, I thought my leg was gone, and came to the point where I couldn't find a way out, and I gave up, I guess, at one point, and gave it one last hoorah. I guess I couldn't get any oxygen, and ended up, I guess, what I think happened, I ripped off the gunner hatch door, and had to maneuver my way up and crawl out through the flames, and from there I crawled to the medevac vehicle, and I got medevac to Leatherneck, and that's where I found out the other two were killed.
Good job, man. I know it was tough, but like I said, that's why I wanted to make sure you were okay with it.
For like me, this was important. I went as a wounded warrior, understanding. That's why I was happy to get Ian up here, to be around guys like this with the PTSD and stuff like that. I mean, it consumes and destroys a lot of people and their lives, so for me, being a volunteer with the Wounded Warrior Guide Service, this is just awesome for me to get other vets, just to add a little positive note to their life. For me, I've always hunted and fished, but like now, if that's all, when it comes to my days off, that's what I look forward to. That's what I want to do. And then a lot of times I like doing it by myself, just to have that alone time and, relax. I guess might be sweating your butt off or something, but it's still, relaxing, because that's what I love to do. And this is a awesome deal here, because you can relate to, people went through the same
or similar situations, and like y'all know, it's tough, but you talk about it, and it's, I don't know, feels better. I couldn't wait for the rest of the unit to get home, just so I had somebody that, you know, I could relate to, and you know, I could talk to my girlfriend or parents, but you know, they don't. I could say talk about an RG31 or a Husky, and they don't know what I'm talking about. And I could say, hey, remember when we did this, and you know, with the guys I was deployed with, and that was probably the most exciting, you know, well, to see my best friends, you know, when they come back, and to be able to talk to somebody that can relate and stuff. That was an awesome day, and to see that the rest of them made it back.
Decent one? You went back to the cabin, take a nap or something.
Ooh.
There we go.
Log heaven.
Yeah. Not a bad group. I'm Frank Chilson from Bemidji, Minnesota. I was in the U.S. Army for between active and guard. I had a little over 30 years. Deployed over to Iraq with the first war. Spent just about 5 months there that time. Then from there I went into the National Guard. With the National Guard I did a peacekeeping mission in Bosnia and then did a deployment to Iraq. It was a little different from the active duty side, being that you were there with all your hometown buddies and friends and everything, you know. So I think in a way it was a little bit harder. Our unit from Iraq, we had one suicide after we'd been returned, and Sergeant Jesse Davis, real nice guy. His deployment with us was his second one to Iraq. I guess you look back at it, the signs were there, but you know, you just, I guess, maybe not trained enough to notice it till afterwards, which is a bad thing, but it affected a lot of the guys from the unit, you know, that something could happen like that, you know. And I don't know, I guess, I don't know what else to say about it. It was a bad deal.
Oh, up, there we go.
There we go.
When I went into the Air Force in 1966,
I feed him and he all.
I wanted to go overseas, and so I got an AFSC that allowed me to be overseas all the time. And the first 3 years I spent in Europe, and the next 3 years I spent in Asia, and I finished up my almost 8 years here in North Dakota at Grand Forks. In Asia, spent a year in Vietnam, and then was stationed in Okinawa, and then Japan. Your harrowing experiences are ones that I guess you can say you try to leave on the back burner. I think most of us that have spent time in Vietnam or Afghanistan or Iraq realize that there are things we wish hadn't happened, and we just soon leave them in that place. It's hard to talk about them a lot of the time. Like I say, I think everybody tries to remember their experiences.
Don't be scared to talk about it. I mean, that's a bad stigma, you know, especially with guys like me that started 30 some years ago in the services, you know. I mean, they didn't really recognize it, you know, with like especially Vietnam vets and stuff like that till, you know, recently. So I mean, I think you guys should talk about it, get involved with these organizations, especially the Wounded Warrior Guide Service. Get where there's other vets there, you all have something in common, and you'll find out that you're not the only one.
The ground penetrating radar.
No, we have the older Huskies.
I myself, I buried myself into hunting and into my work. Didn't make friends real easy. I know when I returned from Vietnam, 2 or 3 guys, I was told by each and every one of them, don't tell people that you're coming back from Vietnam. As a matter of fact, a couple of them even said, if you've got civilian clothes with you, change into them before you get off the plane, because they'll know you're coming. There was no welcome. We're not there because we love it. We're there trying to offer them the same chances that we get here. And people didn't appreciate it back then. And it soured me on a lot of things, but that was a tough war to come back from.
We were 17. Yep, I got you. Okay. Good deal. Okay, head up to the scale. Oh. No, we're very fortunate and thankful to get to host the Wounded Warriors Guide Service Ice Fishing Tournament here in Devil's Lake again this year. Last year was our first year. This is year 2. Really excited that we filled out the field. We sold 50 spots, which is great. What I enjoy the most, number one, it's obviously a great cause. You know, I didn't serve. This is a way for me to serve back, give back, and be part of that. And that to me is a real honor. To drill in a little bit deeper, I've had an amazing opportunity to meet some of America's best vets, and guys that served in World War II, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, all the above. And it's been very a special opportunity for me personally. I had a chance to, my youngest kid had a chance to take a vet out this weekend, which was really cool. It's a great tournament and people have fun. And that's what we really stress, that people, weekends are, you know, everyone's busy. I mean, time is the most precious commodity now. And when we have a chance to get people here to participate in this, we appreciate it. And we look forward to doing many, many more in the future.
American Heroes Outdoors would also like to thank Smoky Hills Outdoor Store of Park Rapids, Minnesota, for the use of their custom ice castle fish houses.
Thanks for coming.
Smoky Hills Outdoor Store, Northern Minnesota's largest ice castle dealer. They specialize in custom-built ice castle fish houses, Whether you want to drop in on your favorite fishing lake or utilize the popular RV edition as a camper or portable hunting shack, Smoky Hills Outdoor Store will help you design the perfect house for you and your family so you can get out and enjoy the great outdoors. Go to smokyhills.com to see our current inventory and to apply for financing, or visit the store located on Highway 71, just 1 mile north of Park Rapids, Minnesota. To nominate a friend or a loved one who has served for a chance to join us in the field or on a future episode, and to learn more about donating and volunteering opportunities, please visit our website, AmericanHeroesOutdoors.com. American Heroes Outdoors is brought to you by Warrior Boats, Gate City Bank, Marcus Theaters, Woodland Resort, and Concordia College Moorhead.